Hey guys, sorry about that. I have been trying to get my internet to reconnect. I don't know what that was about. So hopefully I will be able to get through sharing with you this time. I apologize if you had jumped on last time, and I apologize if you're watching the recording. But technical difficulties should be taken care of. I'm just going to jump back in and tell you really quickly again, just so I didn't save the last video. So really quickly, I'm just going to jump in and tell you why I decided to start getting up earlier. I shared in my last video that I had a lot of hesitations about getting up earlier. I already get up pretty early, before 6 usually, and I have to be to school really early, and I'm really busy, and I'm really tired by the end of the night, and the last thing I thought that would make me more successful would be getting up earlier in the morning. But I just kept running into people who said, if you want to be successful in any roles in life, you have to get up earlier. And I know a lot of people who get up at like 4 a.m., 5 a.m., and they said it's the best thing in the world. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm just not a morning person because it sounds like you guys are crazy. But I just met the most amazing woman a couple weeks ago who is the most successful person I've ever met. And she gives back more than anybody I've ever met, to charities, to orphanages, just in all sorts of ways. And she said the same thing. The two things she said you needed to do to be successful were read and get up early. And I was like, you know what? I can get up early. So I decided to jump in and try it. And it has been awesome, you guys. Awesome. I've only done it for a couple weeks, but it has been so good. Hey, Amy. Hey, Emily. I see you guys watching now. It's starting to pick back up and show me who's on. So I'm just going to tell you quickly about my routine. And like I said, I'm not a pro. I don't specialize in this. I'm just going to tell you what's been working for me and why it's been so beneficial. So I get up at about 5 a.m. I'm going to start trying to bump it back a little bit earlier so I can fit in working out. But I get up about 5 a.m. And then the first thing I do is I jump in the shower, I get ready for the day. So do my hair, get dressed, everything's ready. And then I come downstairs and I have my detox tea with my fizz stick. Those of you that love Arbonne know you gotta have a fizz stick in the morning. And then I tackle my to-do list. So each night I try to do a to-do list before I go to bed so that when I wake up, when I get myself together and I'm in my office, I have my tea, I'm ready to go, I already have my list of things to do set out in front of me. And that's super important. We're going to talk about that in the tips. But oftentimes I found myself in previously just kind of like staring at my phone. What do I need to do? What calls do I need to make? What, things like that. So I have my to-do list ready and I have it sectioned off into different sections. So things I need to do like for my personal life, my house, my mom, like being a mom, being a wife, all that kind of stuff. Bills to pay, stuff like that. And then I have another part of my to-do list that has my school and my business stuff on it. And most of the time my to-do list is longest with my business. And so I just tackle those right away. I sit at my desk, I tackle those. I post scheduled posts. So I type up posts that I want to show up either on my newsfeed with Arbonne, any of my other social media accounts. And I now with Facebook, you can post stuff and set a time that you want it to post. So I can do all of that in the morning. I do it with my business. I do it with my personal page. Or you could work out. I have not fit working out in yet, but a lot of people get up and they work out right away. So that's totally up to you. And then you guys, the most important thing is before I go up and get my baby up, I pack a healthy lunch and I make my protein smoothie and then I go up to get my baby. So I do all of those things before I even start the day with my little one. And then I head to work. And I'm ready to go and I'm not running late and I'm not in a rush. You guys, I was somebody who was like, I'm telling you all of last year, my schedule was, the year before my schedule was wake up when my baby wakes up and hope I get something done. Last year when I decided I wanted to go back to my teaching position, I would get up a little bit earlier if I had to shower or a little bit later if I didn't, or if I was out late last night, I would get up a little bit later. So this year I am up at 5 a.m. no matter what. My alarm is set for 5 a.m. I set it at the beginning of the week, Monday through Friday, and I don't touch it. And then I start my day, and it is awesome. So let me tell you the benefits really quickly. I know everybody's busy, so I'm not going to keep you on here long. But the benefits, you guys, one huge benefit is just living life. Because if you woke up 1 hour earlier every day, you would gain 15 days in your year. I was like, oh my goodness, we only need to sleep 6 or 7 hours tops. I am a girl that's like, I love to see when it says your alarm is set for 8 hours. But I did a lot of research on really good sleep, and we don't need that much, number one. And if you go to bed earlier, your sleep is actually better. So that was one thing, just living life. The other thing is no one else is awake in my house that early, you guys, and that is awesome. It is the best, most peaceful time. I work with some really intense kiddos during the day, and I have a toddler, and I have a husband, and I like to be present with them, and so I'm constantly busy. And so in the morning, that is my own quiet time. Nobody's up. It's super peaceful. My productivity is awesome. And that's the next thing I want to talk about is I kept wondering why in the world I'd want to go to bed earlier, because once I put the baby to bed, I can get so much done at night. And you guys, no matter what time I get up in the morning, I am dragging. Once we have dinner and it's like evening time, the last thing I want to do is laundry and pack lunches and do my business and all of those things. I don't want to do that at night. And so I do it in the morning instead now, a lot of it. And you guys, your energy is so much better when you first wake up. So things that used to take me an hour to do at 8:30, 9 o'clock at night are now taking me like 20 minutes to do in the morning, because your energy is so much better in the morning. Whether you're a morning person or not, your energy is better. You can get stuff done so much faster. Your productivity is so much better. So the quick load of laundry actually is super quick in the morning, where at night I'm like dragging my feet, grabbing the basket. It just takes so much longer. The other thing I'm finding is I have better nutrition when I wake up early. I eat better. I'm healthier because I have time to pack those healthy snacks. I have time to make that really healthy protein smoothie in the morning, or if you're somebody who does the overnight oats or whatever you do for breakfast in the morning, you have time to do that because you're not rushing around. You guys, I used to wake up the very last second that I needed to get everything ready and get out the door. And now I have time. If I change my mind about what I wanted to bring for lunch, I can do that. If I want to pack something else, I can do that. So it's a really great way to stay on your nutrition better. And I'm going to bed earlier at night, so those sweet cravings that I was having at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, I'm not having so much anymore because I'm up earlier and I go to bed later. So it's about me getting ready for bed at that time. Hey, Maria. So I'm getting ready for bed instead of snacking. And you guys, that saved me a lot of pounds right there. So no rushing. You guys, again, I'm somebody who would rush in the door at work, and I'm like, oh, okay, throw my lunch in the fridge, get ready to... And now I still am not super early. I'm working on that, but I'm not in a rush. I'm calm because I've already completed 8 things on my to-do list. The laundry's already in. I already have dinner pulled out for tonight. You guys, so much gets done. And then you're just like calm when you start your day, whether you're a stay-at-home mom or you're going to work or whatever it is you do for the day. When you go to get started, there's just so calm. There's calming about being ready and going and not rushing around. The other thing that I do in the morning is I do a lot of personal development. Before I started a network marketing business, I didn't really know much about personal development. And I'll do a whole nother Facebook Live on personal development. But I will tell you that it is so great to have a positive start to your day. Just reading something that helps fill you up. If you're a mom, if you work, if you are busy, those are all things like they feel like they kind of consume you, and reading personal development can really help make you such a stronger, better person with some real mental clarity and some good mental health. So I will recommend, if you guys have never read a personal development book, my very, very, very favorite one is called On Fire by John O'Leary. I'll try to post a picture of it in the comments. It's a life-changing book for anybody, no matter what you're involved in, no matter what your life looks like. It is phenomenal. So I recommend that one. So I always do a little reading. Right now I'm reading this one called Enemies of the Heart. So I just do about 10 pages, 10 minutes of reading, 20 pages, whatever that turns out to be in the morning. gets me in a really positive mood. I have a more optimistic and positive day. People come into my classroom stressed out, and you know what? So often I can just watch them walk away, take a deep breath, and I'm like, but I'm not stressed out. And so it's nice to be able to help other people instead of being the one that feels like a chicken with my head cut off because I started my day in such a positive way. Another thing is I remember to do more. I'm a better friend. You guys, I finally just sent a gift to my best friend who got engaged. I finally just remembered because it was on my to-do list and I had time to do it. If I wasn't getting up early, those things just don't happen. And I don't get to send those texts and ask my girlfriends how they're doing because I don't remember, honestly. I don't remember to pay the bills, or I don't remember, things. Not that I don't remember to pay the bills, but I'm just saying there's lots of every day-to-day things that you forget to do. And when they're on your to-do list and you get them done first thing in the morning and then you don't have to think about them anymore, it's amazing how much more you remember to do. It reduces stress. I already kind of talked about that. You're just kind of at ease throughout the day. And you guys, this one I think is huge for me. And I did some research and didn't realize this is what was happening. It gives you a sense of control. So if you're somebody like me and feels like when you get stressed, like you're out of control, waking up early gives you a sense of control. I was letting my life control what time I was getting up. If I was super tired, I'd get up later. Like I said, if I had to shower, I'd get up a little later or earlier. So I was letting life, Maria, I get up around 5 a.m. right now. I'm working on scooting that back just a little bit, but 5 a.m. is now when I get up. So I was working on letting my life dictate when I was getting up and what got done on my to-do list. But now it's like mind over matter. I'm super stubborn about it. I set my alarm at 5 a.m. and I get up every day at 5 a.m. And it's like I have control over that. And it seems so silly, but it's such a big thing when you look at it. So if you're somebody who doesn't feel the need to have a lot of control, that might not be motivating to you. But for me, it's been an awesome mind shift. And then lastly, you guys, the one big reason that I started this was to have better quality time with the people that I love and the things that I'm passionate about. And that is my biggest benefit of doing this. Because when I come home from work, that is my time with my baby. When I get done teaching, I turn off my teacher brain and I come home and I have time with my baby, and my to-do list is already at least halfway done. And then when she goes to bed, I finish up the last couple things, make my to-do list for the next day, and I have time with my husband. And I love that. I love getting a couple minutes just to like chat and unwind. And sometimes we throw on a funny TV show for half an hour. Sometimes we just kind of like scroll through social media. Sometimes we chat. I love that. It's super rewarding for me. So I am more present in what I'm doing when I'm doing it. And I think that's so important as busy, especially women. I see a lot of women watching this right now, especially as busy women. I think it's so important to be present in what you're doing. So when I have a business call, I am all in. Like right now I'm doing this live. My office door is shut. I am all in with you guys. And then when I'm done with this, I can open up my office door and go spend some time with my family. So being present is super huge because those to-do lists are getting done so much earlier. So 3 tips for you. They're not rocket science. You probably could have figured them out on your own, but these are the 3 things I think that are super successful, that make me super successful in this, and then have all those benefits that I just shared with you. Number 1, set your alarm clock for the week. Don't let your life dictate what time you're getting up and how many things you get to cross off your to-do list before you start your day. So mine is set for 5 a.m. all week long. Number 2, create a desirable activity or a desirable routine. So if you love to work out, get up and go work out first thing. If you love that first cup of coffee without having to reheat it 5 times because your kiddos make you forget that you were drinking it and all of that, then have that time to drink that first cup of coffee while you hammer out some things off your to-do list. So make a routine that makes you happy when you wake up in the morning. I love reading these books. Love it. So I have to set time aside to do that. If I do that at night, I'll fall asleep. So make your routine something you love to do. And then the third thing, you guys, it's mind over matter. If this is something that you're really interested in after hearing a lot of the benefits, tell yourself you're going to do it for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and just set your alarm and leave it and let it go. And be determined and give yourself that reward. You guys, the time with my family is my reward. I love my evenings with my family. I love that my husband and I have a night each weekend where we just kind of kick back, eat popcorn, and hang out together. That is so rewarding to me. So find something that you can reward yourself with when you've gotten through your to-do list at 5 a.m. every morning or whatever time you decide to get up. Make something motivating for you. So that's all I have. If you guys have any questions, feel free to jot them in the chat right now or comment later. I will tell you that I am going to raffle off. You guys know I love to give free stuff away. So I'm going to raffle off a really cute little pack of Fizz Sticks, detox tea, and some really fun little like morning products for you. If you just want to comment below one thing you think you would get out of waking up a little bit earlier each day. So I shared a lot of benefits, but one thing that you get out of you think you'd get out of waking up early, if you comment below, I'm going to do a drawing for that fun little morning package to help you guys have a fun, healthy pick-me-up before you head out for the day. Amy, how early are you going to bed? I haven't gotten really good at that. Statistics show that you really should get up at the same time and try to go to bed at the same time. I will tell you guys, I'm doing this Monday through Friday. I still am getting up a little bit later on the weekends, but I try to be going upstairs and getting ready for bed before 10 o'clock. I try to be like in bed, comfy, cozy, reading a book, or ready to like get ready for bed at 10 o'clock. So that's kind of where I'm at, but I'm still kind of playing with that. Some days I work a little bit late. Some days I have fun things going on, so I don't get to bed quite so early. So I'm working on that, but statistics say that going to bed at the same time is super helpful. What time do I need to be at school? I'm not contracted to be at school till 7:30 a.m., but my kiddos show up at my door by 7:15 because I teach special ed. So I try to be at school between 7 and 7:15 in the morning. All right, I see some of you guys commenting about the things you think would be so awesome when you start getting up early. So I'm excited to do the drawing. I'm going to post this recording for people who are still putting kiddos to bed and stuff. So I will let the drawing go through tomorrow, and tomorrow I will pull a winner for that fun little morning package. And thank you guys so much for jumping on. I encourage you to try to get up early. I'm telling you, it's so worth it. And if you do, please reach out to me and send me a message and let me know what's changed, what's benefited you, and if you love it. I know not everybody's a morning person, but it can be really awesome. So thank you guys so much. Have a great night. We'll talk soon.